I wanted to talk about a little detail in your stances and when and how you turn your foot and why. Okay, if you've been following on my videos for a while, I'm a bit of a stickler for detail. Okay, and very often little details can make a big difference to your technique. So one of the things I want to talk about is very often when people they're in a stance and they want to move, very often they'll turn the foot at the beginning of the step and then step through. Okay, now anyone who's a high grade will probably have kind of, hopefully you've got over this habit anyway, but again, if you're teaching other people, it might be a way to explain that to them, to make them to understand it. If I start with back stance, okay, now very often people they get halfway and they turn the foot there, or sometimes they'll turn their body round. So they get halfway and the body's there, then the body's already in the finished position, and as they do the knife hand block, all they've got is the arm on its own, there's no body with it. Okay, you want the whole body to be moving with the arm. Okay, and that's where this foot comes in. So as I step through my back stance, I keep that foot there as long as I possibly can. Okay, so I keep it there right the way through. When I get to this point where I'm almost finishing my step, if I turn there, then watch what happens to the body. Okay, it turns my body. So that turn there, here I am square, I turn that foot, now my body's moved at least 45 degrees. So going back to, shall we say, the knife hand strike, okay, as I step through, I turn that foot, my body turns 45 degrees, my elbows come forward as well. Okay, so just watch that movement again, turn that foot, the elbow's gone forward, yeah? The body turns, the elbow goes forward. That's before I've even released that strike. So all that takes, I said before, it's like a wave going through the body. The wave is initiated down there, so as I come, so I just put this arm out of the way so it's not blocking things. So I step through, turn that foot, elbow goes forward, then I release the strike, just at the end. Okay? So it's a sequence of techniques, a sequence of movements, and that sequence is initiated by that foot twist at the end of the step. Once it all goes right, we've got a very powerful technique. Okay? And it's a whole body connection. When people turn the foot too soon, then it's just the arm on its own and it's weak. There's not the same feeling. Yeah? And karate, particularly Shotokan, which is my primary style, karate is often accused of being stiff and wooden. Okay? But when it's done right, it should be very whip-like. I mean, if I just take that, emphasize that part where we're doing the strike, okay, I'm going to completely relax this hand at its angle. You can hear the whip-like movement, you can hear the snap on the end of the gi. But there's no tension there. There's no real tension or strength being used. It's all that kind of whip-like movement going through. Okay, and that's part of the feeling that you're looking for, okay? In forward stance, there is a certain tendency for a lot of people to turn the foot at the beginning of the step, and I've even seen black belts do it, okay? So the problem is, that foot points, well, where that foot points, that's where my body weight wants to go. So now it's pointing forward, my knee's pointing forward, as I move, everything's taking me forward, that's great. If I turn the foot out there, now my leg wants to take me that way, I want to step that way and punch, and my leg's taking me that way at an angle. Okay, so not all my power is generated forward. Okay, I'm still going to end up going that way, but I don't have so much power and thrust to take me that way. The other little detail, if I hold that foot back right until the end of the step, And again, I'll just put my hands out the back so you can watch the body movements. As I turn that foot at the end of the step, again, it just gives me a little extra push forward. Okay? If I've already done that at the beginning of the step, once I get there, that's it. I don't have that little extra at the end. Plus, that leg's wanting to push me in a slightly wrong direction. So, hold it there, hold it there, hold it there, twist right at the end. And again, sometimes people try and twist on the heel. There's usually beginners try and do that. And again, that doesn't push you forward at all. If I rotate on the ball of the foot, it's pushing me forward. Okay? Now, it shouldn't be a big rotation. It should just be enough, basically just to relieve the stretch, because to get that foot pointing completely forward in forward stance is very difficult. So it's just enough to release the stress so that your foot can still remain on the floor without dragging the heel off, which if your foot was in line, you know, it's difficult to keep the heel down. So just turn it enough. But again, at the end of the step, then it kind of like adds to your technique. At the beginning of the step, that detracts. Okay? So just at the end of the step, and there's a bit more power going through the body. And again, like I said with the back stance, it's just a little movement that's thrown throughout the entire body, just to drive that a little bit more into that punch. Okay? So, devil in the detail. I hope that helps. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe below and share it with your friends. Thank you very much.